Thanks for joining us on this episode of The Bite. We have an episode full of sports updates for you.
And with Mary Poppins just finishing up, we have a special behind-the-scenes tour of the control booth to give you just a glimpse of what exactly the technicians do during show production.
Make sure you stay tuned for an exciting episode. I'm Alex Epka.
And I'm Hannah Whiteford, and this is The Bite. Reporting all the way from City Honors High School with the boys varsity swim team is Ashton Wilson. Ashton traveled with the swimmers who qualified for the Class C championships. He accompanied the boys on the bus, at the race, and during the ride home. Let's see how they did.
The boys varsity swimming team swam their final meet in this pool before the renovations. On Friday, February 8th, they'll be traveling to Cleveland Hill High School to swim against 15 different other schools in the Class C championship. I decided to go on the road to get a behind-the-scenes look and see what the atmosphere is like at such an event. Led by their captain, Sam Canstow, the boys were able to take 6th out of 16 teams and go home happy with their performance. The boys fought hard the entire time, and with that being my first meet I have ever attended, I was astonished to see the crazy atmosphere and intensity of each team at the meet. Congratulations to all the boys that swam this year, and congratulations to the boys that made it to the Class C Championship Finals. I'm Ashton Wilson, Wax News.
We're going to take a quick break, so stay tuned for an exciting episode of The Bite.
You're scrolling through your newsfeed, maybe watching someone's story, and something jumps out and makes you feel uncomfortable. So you just keep scrolling. You think it's probably nothing, but can you be sure? Report violent or suspicious activity to your school resource officer or school personnel immediately. You can report this activity in person or anonymously online at aldenschools.org/tips. If you see something, say something.
And we're back. We have lots of new and exciting information coming up for you,
Including some updates on the varsity girls basketball team. Up next, we have a special behind-the-scenes video just for you.
As everyone knows, the cast and crew of Mary Poppins just had a very successful weekend with their performances. However, what some people don't always see is all the hard work that gets put on behind the scenes.
The technicians alone put in hundreds of hours up in the control booth programming the entire show. But does anyone really know what happens up inside the control booth? Reporter Luke Drew, who also doubles as a lead technician for Alden High School's productions, is here to give you a peek inside the booth and all the equipment to show you what everyone has to do to make sure everything runs smoothly.
So I decided to come out to the auditorium and give everyone a tour of the booth. Not many people know what it looks like downstairs and upstairs of the booth. This is where everything technical happens and all the technicians get their work done. First things first, I went to the bottom of the booth where most of the sound related things happen. Here's Cole Earhart to explain everything that goes on down here.
Alright, so these are the standard mics we use for our shows and most school events. They're made by Audio Technica. They have main parts. This is where you put the cord in. The cord is back here. You got the antenna. You got the battery door where you keep your batteries. You press this button once to mute it, and you hold it to turn on, and then you can set which frequency it's on, so it won't mess everything up. When this is green, it'll tell you it's on. When it's red, it's muted. Here's the clip that we use to clip it on to wherever people prefer it. And now I'm going to invite Luke over here to get his mic on. Alright, so we're going to take this end of the mic and we're just going to plug it right in there. Gotta turn it on. Make sure you turn it on. Alright, so we turned your thing on. We're going to put this in your pocket. Alright, so then we're going to loop this around his ear. And you see that fits pretty good, but usually you're going to have to adjust this to fit the person's face. Then we're going to take our great mic tape, everybody loves it. Rip a nice piece. We're going to angle slightly under his mouth. So hear all the peas popping. You're going to stick a piece there. You're going to tell him to look all the way left. And then you're going to stick a piece right on the back of their neck. And that's it. And so how these work is the sound will go to from these antennas attached to the walkie. And then it will go to the antennas upstairs, or the receivers. And then to the mic rack. And then it will send power to the board.
So now after Cole set up the mics downstairs, the signal gets routed through to the board here. So now in the beginning of rehearsals, we set 18 people up with microphones, and it's a whole mess when we have to mic check them. So I'm going to demonstrate what a mic check is now with Luke. Okay, Luke, say your lines. So you turn the volume up, and you adjust the gain.
I'll have to think about that. That's it. That's it. That's what it was. What?
Okay, so we can't really hear him now. So we're going to turn up the gain.
You can always teach me. When would I have time to do that? Daddy, who was the founder of Alias?
So he's about here during shows. And now then I need to make sure every other mic person is at this level. Okay, you seem to be good, Luke. So the reason for mic checking is so that everyone's level and it doesn't sound absolutely ridiculous. So like Mary is 15 times louder than Bert. And it's a very intricate game to play. Some people sing, some people growl. It's a whole mess. So my job is to make sure everyone is level.
This is the light board, and this is where we control basically all the lights. We can control fog from up here. And the main thing about this is you can control all the different light fixtures and movers from here. And each of them have their own channel. So you can type in 206, and you can put it at full. And as you can see, it will be at full intensity. You can do many different things with it. You can change colors of it. As you can see, you can move it around. You can have a different pan. You can tilt it to put it in different directions and places. You can also put on different patterns, which we call these gobos. So as you can see on the wall, you'll have many different patterns. The reason why we have a Mac up here is to run a program called QLab. QLab basically controls all of our lighting cues that we already pre-recorded, so we can basically run all the lights off of one button. As you can see, there are many things technical that happen behind the scenes for productions. I'm Luke Drew from Wax News.
Bring back one of our newer segments. Hannah traveled back to JFK High School, this time with the varsity girls basketball team, to see just how they prepare for a big game.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of one of our newer segments, On the Road, where we follow a sports team as they travel to another school. On January 18th, I hopped on the bus with the varsity girls basketball team as they traveled to JFK High School. All the girls boarded the bus at 4 p.m. When they arrived at JFK, they went into the locker room to change before Coach K gave them a short pre-game talk. After Coach's talk, the girls came out and warmed up. In their 20 minutes, they practiced shots from the free throw line, some three-pointers, and some layups. After warm-ups, Coach K and Mr. Coker gave them another pre-game talk, and then they were off. The girls fought a hard game with lots of ups and downs, and they were able to come out on top with a 36-24 win. Key players included junior Grace Pastazinski, junior Haley Taberski, junior Allison Petchke, and senior Jamie Bennett. Grace led the team in points, rebounds, and steals with 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 steals. Haley followed close behind with 9 points and 4 steals. Jamie also contributed 7 points, and Allison also contributed to the win with 4 points. Grace also had 4 assists, and Haley had, even through a very physical game, the whole team had an amazing effort in sportsmanship. Congrats on an amazing season, girls, and thank you for joining us for today's On the Road. Since texting has been around, moms all over the world have loved being able to keep in constant communication with their kids. Sometimes these texts can be a little, well, peculiar. Our producer, Sam Bizzop, asked all his teachers and students to read the most recent text they have received from their mom. Let's see what they said.
Did you say you did not get eggs yesterday? Tops has a good deal on them, and I have a double coupon. Do you want them? I am going there today.
Who is Meme?
Happy anniversary. Hoping you saw a gift so happy for you both. When did you get camphor? Wow, awesome! Must camp at Pals sometime. Smile face, heart.
Have fun on your half day. Where are you going for lunch? Panera or Chick-a-Flick?
I suggest you go to Lake Effect for breakfast. Near you be in Maine, maybe. He said it's all homemade and it was showcased on Food Network. Guy Fieri.
Grandma's on Clinton and may have to pull over. She doesn't know if she's on the right side of the road. She is scared. Please pick her up.
I'm coming to the show Saturday to see it. Don't mess up, because I will notice.
Chilly bike ride at 6:16 a.m. Getting the Buick cleaned up for fair. Going to be a cool ride, but should warm up later.
Make sure you shower so you aren't a scumhole to ride in a van with people. Winky face.
Can I tell Grandma you were accepted at both colleges, or do you want to by phone or email/text?
Can you give your pups some hydrogen and oxygen, question mark, mixed in a 2-to-1 ratio?
I called this fox right up to our house. Cool.
I texted my mom, I want to pierce my ear. She goes, shut up. Do you want me to say Grandpa was right? You getting one piercing leads to a roller coaster of piercings and tattoos. I said, calm down. It's just one more.
My mom sent me a picture of a mannequin head and said, having dinner with an old friend.
Chicken nuggets, 2 boxes mac and cheese, something good for dessert, mixed veggie, and then they can be chick gingers if those look badder.
Oh, wait a second. My mom doesn't text.
Thanks so much for joining us on this episode of The Bite. To stay up to date with the latest news, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat by searching WACS News and visit our website at wacs.aldenschools.org. Signing off from Wax News, I'm Alex Epka.
And I'm Hannah Wayford. See you next time on The Bite.